Sweet, innocent little girl. She knew of God, but not understand the power of God. And every morning, this little girl says, "Good morning, God. How are you doing today?" And every night before bed, she prays for her whole entire family. She went like, "God, I pray for my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brother, my cousin, my aunties." She didn't want to miss anybody. My uncles, my dog, my neighbor. Wait, she could have figured her neighbor's family too. My neighbor's dad, my neighbor's mom, and so on, till she drifts off and falls asleep. The years goes on and she becomes a teenager, feeling many emotions, becoming more and more sensitive and always felt pressure with her emotions. She had no clue what she was feeling. To her, understanding every emotion was the same and just confusing. She eventually becomes self-aware about who she was and what she likes and where she wanted to be in life before she was 25. But besides her daydreaming, she grew a constant anxious feeling. She started showing traits of having severe anxiety, and not being informed of what anxiety was very mentally draining. Her anxiety was so bad when she walked in her favorite store. Everyone was laughing at her. She started to sweat. Her heart felt tight in her chest, and no one seemed to understand her. So she just laughs. Everyone else thought she was just crazy, but the thought she was already having was telling her that. She hated making people upset. She did not like conflict, but while her whole childhood consisted of it, seeing people fight, that made her nervous. She just didn't like hurting people she loved, even though the ones she loved kept hurting her, and the ones she loved were hurting each other mentally and physically. She believed this what love consists of: sweet, innocent girl, broken teen. When she did something wrong, she got the classic whooping beating with no explanation or understanding of what she did wrong. This made her feel like she was a mistake and her existence was clearly not intended. Or maybe she was as messed up as her parents. Two-parent household, separated and broken. Her mother is stressed because what she got going, her father can't take it, so he leaves her and her mother out in the open in the world, survival mode. School, home, and anywhere she went felt like she had to survive. Teachers calling her stupid, classmates treating her like nothing, and the only way she got the attention she wanted was getting in trouble. For her just to have a second peace of mind, she could discover lust and porn and it caught her eyes. Sex, a lot of it occupied her time and her mind. And if he wasn't her boyfriend, she was not wasting her time. She meets a guy, lost and broken. This little girl gave up her all, where she fell in love so deeply. She never got vulnerable before, y'all. She told him everything. He knew of every secret. This relationship became abusive. She was familiar with this toxicity back at home. It's not like she hasn't seen this before, but it had her questioning her worth even more. They shared the same hurt. She thought she can help, not leave him behind like everyone else did her. When you are with someone, you stick through thick and thin, she thought. When you truly love them, her parents did it till the fight was no longer worth fighting for. She wasn't no quitter. Why would she leave him? It had him feeling even worse than she did. She loved him. She lost her friends. She lost herself. Family couldn't understand. She was so angry at God for giving her a heart to constantly forgive someone that treated her so bad. It got so bad, this little girl ended up in the hospital bed. No call, no text to check that she was okay. She's the one who created this mess. She felt so dumb, it was her fault. She couldn't believe she was going through this. The only person sitting next to her in this hospital bed with a smile on his face was him. Everything will be okay. See, through thick and thin. All the weed she smoked wasn't even helping this hurt. It was creating erotic behaviors where she was so broken and didn't trust a soul to enter her heart. One day, she had to pray, crying in misery on her knees. "Good morning, God, it's me." She knew she hadn't spoken to God for a while. She begged and pleaded for God to forgive her. She didn't want to be alone, and hearing the constant laughs getting louder, hearing she wasn't good enough, and when she was alone, she should try to kill herself. She sleeps in peace. God sends her an angel to rescue her and to be free. She's finally rescued from this demonic energy, the past neglect of endless suffering, the soul tied connection that was not from God, you see. She didn't have a place where she felt free till she realized God was this place. A sweet, loving, godly, strong woman was finally created to be. She says every morning, "God, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing okay. And on the other hand, can you please give me guidance today? Amen." I share this story with you because I was a victim of betrayal from loved ones. I felt pain. I cried. I felt different. I felt confused. I felt lost and broken. Be patient and know that there are people who's going to love you for being you, regardless of your past, the lies that were told about you. You know the truth. God knows your truth and embrace that truth. God has seen through you and others, regardless of what you may be going through. And make the time to create this relationship with God and to remember He is always there with you. It is always that sweet little girl or boy inside of you. Please don't let them go.